Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages. Welcome to the Second Chance Players reenactment of the original radio broadcast of the Lux Theater presentation of Frank Capra's heartwarming holiday movie, It's a Wonderful Life. In the 30s and 40s, Lux Theater brought popular Hollywood motion pictures to the radio. Many of the stars recreated their roles, as did Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed for this broadcast. Unfortunately, we could not do the same. We are the Second Chance Players, a group of friends and thespians who got together to do live theater. It is our aim to make you laugh a bit, tear up a bit, and reminisce a lot. We have tried to be as true to old-time radio as possible, so we have created many sound effects with everyday items, as they would have done back in the day. Also, many of us will be playing several roles, differentiated only by the voice we use and/or the apparel we wear. If you're confused at all, check your playbill so you can get even more confused. So with all this in mind, sit back and enjoy the Second Chance Players performance of the Lux Theater radio broadcast of It's a Wonderful Life.
Lux presents Hollywood. Lever Brothers Company, the makers of Lux Toilet Soap, bring you the Lux Radio Theater, starring Eric Young, Debbie Cohen, and Bob Scarpati in It's a Wonderful Life. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. William Keeling.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we bring you one of the season's most inspiring hits, a Liberty Films production that's been nominated for the highest screen award. Yes, It's a Wonderful Life. And we present it now with our fine cast. It's a Wonderful Life is the drama of a typical American. It might be you, it might be me. He dreams of glory, he lives in hope. He loves and doubts. And only Providence puts a final value on his service to humanity. Our story starts before the war, when life was normal. Shortages were generally unknown, and simple luxuries like Lux soap were abundant. I won't say that's the only reason people said it's a wonderful life, but I do know from the thousands of letters in our files that most of them said it's a wonderful soap. And they keep right on saying it day after day. In fact, the popularity of Lux soap is what makes it possible to present such entertainment as Frank Capra's great production, It's a Wonderful Life. This is the story of George Bailey, citizen of Bedford Falls, New York. George Bailey, who more than anything under the sun, wanted to see the world. The wonderful, exciting world that lay somewhere beyond the limits of his hometown. Oddly enough, this story does not begin in Bedford Falls. In fact, it doesn't begin anywhere in the world. It begins in heaven, where the superintendent of angels has just summoned an apprentice named Clarence.
Oh, I'm really going down to Earth, sir? Oh, how splendid.
Yes, there's a very discouraged man down there, Clarence, George Bailey. At exactly 10:45 p.m. Earth time, he'll be thinking seriously of ending his life.
Oh, dear, his life.
Now, I want you to stop him if you can. Now, sit down. I'll give you Bailey's case history.
Sir, if I should accomplish my mission, may I perhaps get my wings? I've been waiting for over 200 years now, and well, people are beginning to talk.
Clarence, what's that book?
Oh, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, sir. I was reading it when you sent for me.
Oh, fine book. Excellent. Well, you do a good job on George Bailey, and we'll see about your wings.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, listen. When George was a boy, two events occurred that you should keep in mind. One was when his young brother Harry fell through the ice and almost drowned. George saved him.
Brother
Write that down.
fell through the ice. George saved him.
Ever since George has had a bad ear, all that icy water. You understand?
Bad ear. Yes, sir.
The other event came a few months later. George used to work after school in Mr. Gower's drugstore. One day, Mr. Gower, his only son, died of influenza. It was a terrible blow, and poor Mr. Gower tried to lose his grief in whiskey.
Where you been, George? Mrs. Blaine's called twice. What happened to her prescription? You lost it, didn't you?
No, Mr. Gower, here it is.
Why, you good for nothing? Don't you know the Blaine girl's very sick?
Mr. Gower, my ear. You're hurting my ear.
Teach you to look, you lazy brat!
Mr. Gower, you don't know what you're doing. You put something wrong in those capsules.
Shut up!
I know you feel bad, but look, Mr. Gower, look, this bottle you use, this bottle's to make up the capsules. It's poison.
Huh? Poison?
Don't hurt my sore ear again, Mr. Gower.
Poison? Oh, George! Oh, George!
It's why I didn't deliver it, Mr. Gower. All I wanted was to make sure.
George!
Well, Clarence, that was George Bailey as a boy. When he grew up, he wanted to go to college, but there just wasn't the money. So he worked 4 years in the Building and Loan Association.
Building and Loan Association.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. George's father was in the Building and Loan Association. He and George's uncle Billy. High ideals and low bank accounts. Anyway, George worked for his father and saved enough to see him through the university. That summer, though, he was going to Europe. He got a job on a cattle boat. Do a little traveling before college.
Boy, oh boy, it's hard to realize it might be my last night at the Bailey boarding house.
Well, we're sure gonna miss you, George.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too, Pop. Hey, what's the matter? You look tired.
Oh, I had another tussle with old Henry Potter today.
Oh, I thought when you put him on the board of directors, he'd ease up.
So did I.
Oh, I just can't understand a man like Mr. Potter. He can't begin to spend all the money he has.
I guess Potter owns everything he wants in Bedford's walls, except our Building and Loan. That's why he hates us.
Hey, George, can I borrow your tuxedo studs?
Yeah, help yourself, Harry.
Well, where are they? In the suitcase?
No, I'm not taking a tuxedo in a cattle boat, you know.
Say, where'd you get that suitcase anyway?
Oh, Mr. Gower, going away present. And one of these days, you're gonna see that bag all covered with travel labels. Italy and Baghdad and some maritime.
Gonna have a pretty full summer, huh?
I'm gonna have a pretty full life.
Hey, why don't you come down to the dance tonight?
What, and be bored to death?
Well, you couldn't want a better death. Lots of pretty girls. Hey, I gotta hurry.
I wish we could send Harry to college with you.
Oh, we got that all figured out now, Pop. He'll take over my job at the Building and Loan, work 4 years like I did, and then he'll go.
He's pretty young for that job.
Well, no younger than I was.
Maybe you were born older, George.
Huh?
George, when you get out of college, I don't suppose you come back to the Building and Loan.
Oh, no, Pop, I just couldn't. I couldn't face being cooped up the rest of my life in a shabby little office. I'm sorry, Pop. No, I didn't mean that, but it's just this business of nickels and dimes. I go crazy. I want to do something big, something important.
In a small way, we are doing something important, George. In that shabby little office, we know people figure out how they can own their own homes.
Oh, I know, Pop. I just wish I felt that. I just feel like if I didn't get away, I'd bust.
You're right, boy. You get yourself an education, then you get out of here.
Oh, Pop. Yeah, Pop, you want a shock? I think you're a pretty great guy.
Well, thanks, George. I'm glad to hear it. Look, why don't you go over to Harry's dance? You'll have a good time.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I will drop in.
Yeah, maybe I will look back.